Hi everyone, good morning. Thanks for joining.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm quite well. How are you?
I am great, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Superb. All the ladies have joined today, so wish you a very happy Women's Day. I can see most of y'all are ladies who joined in.
Same to you, ma'am.
Same to you, ma'am.
Thank you. All the ladies and girls
Uh,
and women.
Ma'am, these days, women are in front of men.
Great, excellent. There's of course Meera, Maliha, Shima, Shweta, Ananya, Saili, and there's one more learner joined with the mobile number. May I know your name?
Ankita Agrawal.
Ankita. Okay, I'll just rename you, okay? Because I can only see your number right now. So it'll be easier for me. All right, superb. So we'll start off with our class. I think it's a good idea to start since most of you are here. Just give me one moment, okay? I thought since today is International Women's Day, let's talk a little bit about things related to this, right? So there were some of you left from Friday and Monday to speak, but only Ananya is there from that list. So these are the three questions, anyways, that I thought of. I thought we could discuss about today. Have a look at the questions. Let me know अगर मुझे ये question explain करना हो, or if you don't understand it, or if you have any other points that we can discuss on, or any other questions that come to your mind based on Women's Day. We can talk about that.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes?
I'm audible.
Yes, Maliha, you're audible. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Maliha.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day to you too.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, so these are the three questions. Are women in your society, country, or culture given equal treatment? How are women in general treated in your society, your culture, your country? What progress related to women, or what improvements related to women would you like to see in the future, in the years to come? Think about it. Let me know if anyone would like to share anything.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Yeah, hi Raji. Good morning.
A very happy Women's Day, ma'am.
Yes, you too. You too.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Raji, these days you've been joining early. Are you not going for your walking or something you are doing in the morning, right?
Yes, ma'am. Just I finished it by 9:45. Today it's a paper for one of my students, so I thought, okay, if she needs any help, I should be there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's online exam, so yes, we can help in that way.
Correct. So the exams are going on for many students, I think now, right? Is
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool.
Ma'am, may I start?
You
May I
can
start
start.
this?
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is unmuted yet. Okay, go ahead, Raji. Yeah.
Ma'am, after
Yes.
Raji, Meera, ma'am.
All right, cool.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, before that, I wanted to ask one doubt, ma'am. In one of the sessions, we faced this grammar doubt, ma'am. Um, I got complaint in last 3 days. This is, or I got complaint for last 3 days.
Like what are you trying to say? Like I got a complaint about what you are doing.
Yeah, means we were discussing role play, ma'am, and there the situation customer care. So one of the student, he said that I got so many complaints in last 3 days, or I got so many complaints for the last 3 days.
You see,
So
I actually, that person should have been saying, I have been receiving so many complaints for the last 3 days. I
okay,
have been receiving so many complaints in the last 3 days. Both sound okay to me. I don't see
oh,
what for and in what big difference it makes.
yeah, yes, ma'am. In and for, I got confused. Okay, ma'am.
All right. You want to go
Yes.
ahead?
Yeah, ma'am. What improvements, progress related to women would you like to see in your society, country, world? Now the world is changing for a better place, and women, they are taking almost place in all the fields. They are breaking all the stereotypes, but still there are some areas where still we need improvements, like especially the cases for women. They need to go through a lot of hardship when it comes to their first puberty, at the time of puberty, when it comes to like menstrual cycle. So still in India there is a lot of restriction on this, that they shouldn't
I
go
can't.
outside. That hello hello.
I couldn't hear you actually. I don't know where the problem was. Can you just start again if that's okay, please?
Yeah, ma'am, is it better now? Hello, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Raji, you are audible.
But ma'am is not audible.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes.
you are audible.
Okay. I couldn't hear you at all actually.
Yeah, ma'am, I guess the problem is from your side, ma'am. Everyone can hear me.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, now,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you both are audible, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Go ahead, Raji.
Okay. Yeah. So the women's, they need, ma'am, shall I need to start from the beginning?
Yeah, if you can just start from the beginning, please, Raji.
Okay. We can see the various changes, success in all the walks of life for women. They come forward with flying colors in all the fields, but still there are some areas where they need improvement. When it comes to puberty, when there is first menstrual cycle, still there are some myths attached to the girls, women, that they can't go, especially for girls, because it's the first stage for them, for women. So many myths are attached with that. They can't go outside, they can't do this thing, they can't do that. So just the thing is, we need to understand that this is at some places it's a thing for celebration. In South India, they celebrated this thing, and at some other places they hide it. They treat girls, women, like they committed some crime, and the 4 days are really very hard for them. So there, I think there needs a lot of improvement. Then it's come to safety. So parents, instead of teaching them the defense thing, they tell them that you should not wear this kind of dress, or you should not go out after 7 or after evening. So instead of this, they need to focus more on the safety, how, like, from the beginning, instead of giving the training, like instead of making them involved in some fun activities, along with that, I don't say like singing and all these are good, but along with that they need to teach them that martial arts, taekwondo, that is the need for today's. So there I can see the improvement. And when it comes to job ethics, so women still equal pay for equal work, but at some areas still they are lacking. They do a lot of work, equal work, or sometimes more work as compared to men. But if it comes to salary, or so we see they are lacking. They are behind them. So there also we need improvement. Yeah, ma'am. Hello. Hello. Ma'am, are you there? Okay. Guys,
Yeah.
do you like my points? You can give me feedback.
Raji,
You always speak very well.
Thank
Raji, in
you.
one sentence, you said like we treat like they committed some crime. Whenever
In
yeah,
some
whenever
areas which I described, Karthik, not all the areas, but when it comes to that 3 areas, they are treated really not just, but in the first area, in most of the part of India, if you see, same myth
What I'm
is
trying
going
to
on.
say is, no, what I'm trying to say is, you were talking about now, no.
Not
So
now,
if it is
also
a
it's
general situation,
prevailing. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
prevailing
saying.
in
That's
most
what I'm
rural
saying.
areas.
No.
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. when
Okay.
you talk about something in general, you need to use simple present. Like we treat them like they commit some crime. Committed is past now. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, sorry guys. What
Okay.
happened? Actually, I lost connection there for a few seconds. What are we discussing?
Ma'am, I talked about those points, ma'am, related to
Yeah,
third.
correct. Okay, then what
And
happened?
everyone is giving me feedback.
Okay, you are getting feedback. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you happy with the feedback, whatever you got?
Ma'am, one sentence which Karthik is telling, what was the sentence, Karthik? What did I say? Could you please repeat?
In one sentence, you said like we treat women like they committed some mistake. I think
Yeah,
it's a
ma'am.
general.
So,
It's a general thing, no, ma'am.
ma'am,
Like
so is it correct?
What was this? What were you saying actually? You were just saying, talking in general that this is what happened
Yeah, ma'am.
normally.
Like yes, ma'am. When after puberty, the stage comes for menstruation. So at some rural places, they treat women as if they committed some crime.
They treat women as if they have committed a crime.
Yeah, ma'am. So is that correct, ma'am?
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with saying that. They
And
treat
Karthik is
women.
telling instead of committed, you need to use commit.
See, she's trying to say that women are treated as if they have committed a crime by reaching a certain age or because of whatever is happening to them or whatever they are going through. So that's okay to say
okay,
it like that.
okay.
Okay.
Okay,
What
ma'am.
else? What other feedback? Did you get some positive, I mean, useful
What
feedback?
you always speak well, Raji.
All
That
right.
is the lovely one. Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
I think first and second questions are same almost.
Mm, are women in your society given equal treatment? How are women treated? The second one is slightly more general. Like, how are they treated in general? Are they treated with respect? Are they burdened with too much of work? So the
Means
second
both
question
are
is
similar, no, ma'am. Both are
no,
similar.
not really. The first one is talking about are they given equal treatment? Are they treated equally as the other gender? Yes or no? The second one is how are they treated in a broad sense? What is the kind of treatment given to women in general? Still slightly different, but they can be interlinked, but they're not entirely same. First question is more like a yes or no. Are they given equal treatment or not?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, so I mentioned that point for that, ma'am. Equal pay for equal work.
Hmm.
So we can describe some other things in that equal treatment at
Right. Okay.
workplaces like that.
Correct. Correct. Cool. All right,
Okay, ma'am.
Raji. Well, good point. Good different aspect that you shared, of course, very nicely mentioned. And I also totally agree that apart from only teaching girls, especially, we have these very stereotypical things of teaching girls, right? Okay, learn to play an instrument, learn to sing something, do some artwork and all that. And boys are pushed more towards learning defense and learning some kind of martial arts. There has to be a change in that. It's happening, but gradually, so gradually.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
All right. Okay, thanks, Raji.
Thank
Um,
you, ma'am.
welcome. I think Meera wanted to go next. Meera, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, in ancient time, we see that there were many genius women like Maitri, Gargi, means and that time means men respect women. But after that time, ma'am, women have to face different type of problems, and it become means gender discrimination like a cancer, ma'am, in our society. So that time women have to face different type of problems, means they cannot they could not get a good education, and they could not go outside means without permission, and like these things, and we have seen means many rape cases in our society, means that time. But these days, ma'am, we see different type of changes in our society, society, and I think, ma'am, at first, if women is well educated, she can handle her family in very well way, and she can give good education and uh, 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 good education their kids, because we say that mother is the first teacher of her kid. So I think, ma'am, in our society, women should be well educated, and and ma'am, government also giving different type of mm, and if, government also helping women. See, last time we see that in Muslim, means they have no right to give divorce their husband, but but government remove teen talak, means, and it is good for Muslim women, ma'am. So means they can show their right in our society, and ma'am, in NDA, they means that was one field they had women cannot go. But I think, ma'am, now means government can go. Sorry, women can go in every field, ma'am. I means and they can do. They can show their talent in every field, ma'am. Means NDA is a reputed post, as we know, ma'am, and they have to fight for their country. So I think, ma'am, women should give their right, and what important also. And ma'am, we can see means the changes in our society, in our country, and in our world, ma'am. They have women show their talent, ma'am. Means in this government, we see that Sita Raman, he was the first finance minister of India, women, and before that he was defense minister. She was defense minister of India, and we have seen he
All
was
right.
she was big lawyer, and she ma'am, I forgot her name, ma'am.
Okay, anyway, go ahead. So you're talking about change makers, about
Yes, ma'am.
hmm.
And our means Indira Gandhi was the means first women prime minister of India, and Sheila Dixit, we have seen that she was continued three times chief minister of Delhi. So we can see different type of changes in women, ma'am, and it means they can do everything which men can do, ma'am.
All right. Cool, Meera. Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you,
sharing your
ma'am.
points. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
You were also correcting yourself somewhere where you were talking about the past, you were using the present tense, and then you were correcting yourself. For example, women had to face, they
Yes,
could
ma'am.
not. So you were listening to yourself and correcting. Very good. That's a very good thing to do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Okay, Ananya, we haven't been able to listen to anything from you on Friday and neither on Monday, I think. Would you like to share anything on any of these points?
Um,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So I want to answer the third question. What improvements or progress related to women would you like to see in your society, country, or world?
Hmm.
So women are uh, women are as important as men. So we should give respect to women,
Hmm.
and half a population of the world of our country is are women, ma'am. So I saw just I was one day I realized I was going to my uncle's house, and I saw in a house in I saw in a house that women are working. I Women are working. So I like not women, small child. I mean, yes,
Little
ma'am.
girl, small girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
working, and they are very young, ma'am. So I asked my mom that why they are working here. They they should be in school this time.
Right.
So my mom said that some people do not treat their child like that. Some people give permission to does not give permission to their child to go to learn, to go to school. So I want to say that, ma'am, that all the people, all women should get a chance uh, to progress. Yes, ma'am. That's all.
All women, not women, all women should get a chance to progress in life,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Okay, yeah, that's quite a thing to think about what you told us, Ananya. That see, you are also in school, right? And then when you see these other young girls, small girls who are not in school and who have to work, it's quite a heartbreaking thing. So, how do you think this can be solved? What do you think, could be done? Is there any way to solve this?
I don't know, ma'am. Just I didn't feel that right, ma'am. That young girls are working and they cannot go to school.
Right, correct. So I'm thinking maybe it was some financial issue that the parents were facing, but if it's not financial and they are just discriminating, I mean, sending the boys to school and not sending the girls to school, then that is really a big challenge. What
Yes,
about the others? What do you all think? Have you all also seen things like this happen where boys are sent to school, girls aren't sent and stuff like that? What is your take on it?
Ma'am, though there are restrictions like the child below certain age, they should not work at some dangerous side. But even though at some places, the girls, they are uh, they are bound to work due to, as you explained, due to financial crisis, or due to financial problem, or due to some other reason, like they themselves help their parents. They think that in this way we can help our parents. This is the first thing. Second, they don't get access to school, so they don't have, and to utilize their time, they do these activities to keep themselves busy.
True. Quite a challenge actually.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, Raji, thank you. Thanks, Ananya. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. So you want to be able to see that all women should get the opportunity to education. All young girls should get the chance to go to school, basically. That is the one thing I think you're trying to tell us, is it?
yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Ananya. And really, you have shared one important aspect, that small child, especially girls, they should not be engaged or involved in such tasks.
Sorry, Raji,
That's a good.
I couldn't hear you, Raji. I don't know if there's a problem on my side today. Can you repeat that?
Yes, ma'am. She was asking, ma'am. So, yes, I was telling that's the good point she came with, ma'am, because she is also, I think, in sixth or seventh standard, ma'am.
Yeah.
But being kind, being understanding this problem is really very helpful. Like at this age, we don't care about the other children, but she has that soft corner to address this issue.
Correct. She's sensitive enough to understand, to realize that it is an issue. It's not just something. It's not just some girls who are working, but it is actually an issue. She's sensitive enough to that. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes. Go ahead. Who's this?
Meera ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in rural area, we see that there is no facility for education, and girls have to go outside, and their parents did not do not give permission them to go outside. This is also a reason for means.
Yeah, there are so many
education.
restrictions also, right? There are so many
Yes,
restrictions
ma'am.
that are placed on girls, on young girls.
Yes, ma'am.
Access to education, yes, that also can be a challenge. Many a times the school is too far. There's no way of no proper means of transport also. That's also there.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Because they have no means their financial means condition is not so good, so they cannot spend so much money, ma'am.
True. But then
Afford,
all
ma'am.
and also there's this one thing, no, even if the family can afford to at least educate one child, they will choose to educate the boy instead of the
Yes,
girl.
ma'am. This is also a reason, ma'am.
That
Ma'am, it is very
mindset.
important to educate girl, because if girl is educated, then they can get educated to whole family.
Hmm. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Okay, Fairly, it's your turn. Do you want to answer any one of those questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
would choose first one, ma'am. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, are women in your society given equal treatment? Okay. So, in my opinion, earlier I think women had more restrictions,
Hmm.
and they had to do only household chores and raise their children. So that was their job earlier, and they didn't have a right to education. So for that, I think Mahatma Jyotiba Phule and Savitribai Phule in Maharashtra, they made a lot of efforts for women to get them right to education. Uh, so now, if I talk about current scenario, we can say women have more freedom and they are showing their potential, their power in many fields. And means in every field they have mark their
Made their mark.
potential. I can make their mark. Yeah. So, in police or doctor or defense system, defense sector, or yeah, basically any field, women are ahead. So it was very proud thing for us, and we are lucky to have birth in this era.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, this in
Actually,
my area, yes, ma'am. And if I talk about my family, my cousin sister has only two daughters, and she didn't wish for son. And my uh, uncle also have only two daughters, but he didn't want a son.
hmm.
For means they are means means city or town people are giving equal treatment to boy and girls. I don't know about villages. I think villages are also means in village also people are treating many villages people are treating equally to the boy and girls. So it is very good thing because we are getting education and our thinking mentality is I think is changing. So it is good thing and so yeah, women have mm, many good opportunities and they are progressing. But only one thing I would like to talk about that is in India or many countries there is patriarchal system. So
Hmm.
after marriage, we have to go to husband's house,
Hmm.
and women are being expected more. Like they should respect elders. It is a good thing, but they have to bow down before all the in-laws, family members, or their relatives. Still, some such type of thing. I Yeah, I am seeing in some places. But now the situation is changing, and yeah, husband wives are treating they are getting the equal. Uh,
Is it the equal status or
Yeah.
you know, in a
equal
marriage or in a
status.
relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
True, true. Very nice points, Sally. You shared some very nice points, a more positive take on this thing. I think you're trying to say bow. Okay, the pronunciation is bow down.
Yes, ma'am.
Bow like wow. Bow wow. Same pronunciation.
Bow down. Yeah.
Bow down. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know, that's still very much there. That the a woman once she's married is expected to behave in a still in a certain way. Not we can't generalize it, of course, but it's still there. You know, it's very much still there. Thankfully, now at least women don't have to necessarily change their last names and all that. You know, that's not still there. That is not there anymore.
Yes,
But
ma'am. They can keep both the names, no? Both the
they can
surnames
keep
they can keep.
whatever surname they want. Whatever they can keep their maiden name or both surnames, whatever.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but yeah, what you're saying is still there. You know, women are still expected to change. Everything has to suddenly change. That has to still kind of be worked on.
Yes, ma'am.
Happening.
Sometimes if we don't do na, if we don't bow down in front of relatives, in-laws relatives, so they will say, "Oh, she didn't bow down, bow down, bow down." So yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah, it's observed and it's sometimes made a big thing out of. That's true.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Sally, very well shared. You know, you are able to you speak in a very, how do I say, everything can be understood very well. It's very clear and it sounds very natural. So keep that up. It's a good quality.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure
Thank
thing.
you, ma'am.
Okay, Ankita, would you like to try to answer any of those questions?
Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you one thing. Today I joined class and my grammar base is very weak, so I feel hesitate to speak in English. Uh, but I try my best.
Sure.
I would like to answer third question. What improvement and progress related to women? Actually, our society now, women give freedom, and I am a housewife, and last year I married, and I feel that in my mother time, she had very restriction, and but now I give very freedom. I give very freedom in our family member, and
Good, very good point, Shweta. Sorry, Ankita, go ahead. Yes. और
yes,
आप कुछ ऐड करना चाहते हो आप बोलो नो प्रॉब्लम यू आर डूइंग
yes.
वेल
Sorry, ma'am. It's my first time because uh, I don't speak in fluent English.
दैट्स ओके आप हिंदी में बोलो एक बार अंकिता आपको जो कहना है आई हेल्प यू टू से इट इन इंग्लिश व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू से इस क्वेश्चन का जो भी आपको आंसर बोलना है
जी, एक्चुअली मैंने ये चीज़ फील की है कि माय मदर टाइम शी मतलब उन्होंने बहुत रिस्ट्रिक्शन अपने टाइम पर सहन किए हैं, बट नाउ आई फील कि मुझे मेरी फैमिली की तरफ से दे गिव ऑल फ्रीडम.
राइट
नाउ व्हाटएवर आई डू.
you do whatever you feel like you don't have that many restrictions
Yes.
okay so you're saying during when my mother was married and during that time she had to face a lot of restrictions
Yes.
don't do this you can't do that so on and so
Yes.
forth. But now that you are married you don't feel that way your family is quite supportive
Yes.
okay all right that's good that's great right what else do you want to say Ankita anything else you want to add all bolna hai aapko point
That's it, ma'am.
ठीक है fine no problem Ankita since you've joined today just today itself is okay now you try joining all the classes अलग अलग educators के भी classes होते हैं try joining try speaking and practice every day, little by little.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes, Meera, is that
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, I means उनको पर्दे में रहना पड़ता था. They have live to.
When you
How
say
we will
parda, meaning like what are you?
Ghungat means in rural area means now we can see, ma'am.
I don't know how to say that, but maybe you can say they had to always keep their faces covered,
Okay, ma'am. Huh. Okay, okay, ma'am.
something like that. Pallu and all that, I really don't know what to say, but maybe you could say they had to always keep
They
them.
have to leave their face in means they have to
They had
leave
to
their
always
face
cover their faces. Cover
cover.
the face.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Isha.
ma'am, good morning. Ma'am,
Good morning.
do you have 2 classes?
Yes, I have a class at 3 p.m. also.
Okay.
All right. Shweta, you want to go ahead? Do you want to answer any one of those questions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead.
So, we live in a male dominating society, and I heard a lot of interview which is from like outside of India. There are a lot of women speaker who speaks a lot about this dominating society. Even they face in their society. Even they say that at their means whole world is like a male dominating society. So even I feel the same, but at the same time I feel the equality which we got is like in middle class family and in urban area. If you will see, the equality is nowadays quite fine. But if you will go to rural area, there is still a lot of work is needed by the government or by the society. So there you will see uh, a girl child will never send to school. Otherwise, if they will send also, they will have some or other issues at their end because of financial crisis and even their cultural background, because they have lot of safety problem in rural area. And even we face the same condition in urban middle everywhere, but in rural area you will see the problem is more due to because there is a safety problem at their end. Here in urban area you will get to know the safety problem. If in Delhi something happens, everyone get to know everything. But in rural area, if something happens, if something related to safety happens in with any woman, any girl, then we won't able to get noticed because there is no media at their end, and there is no person to say about something that something has happened in their area. They like hide all the things whatever happens in the rural area. So we need to focus those area a lot, because I see in middle class family there are a lot of people who are like now more they are providing education, they are providing all the knowledge to girl child because even I see, even I give my daughter the same thing, that if someone hits you, even you should hit them, because nowadays the society is changed abruptly and you need to face everything because you will go outside, so you have to learn everything as you need safety. So the same thing is not happening around in rural area, so we need to focus on those areas. There we need equality, because if the rural area gets developed, then definitely urban area would be always ahead than the rural area.
we need to more focus on the rural area part. So this is we give we should give everything to not everything means we should more concentrate on rural areas. Women or girls, they need to means we need to teach, like there are so many NGOs who works in this particular area, but uh, still as they don't want to come out from their home, so we need to mm, discuss the things so that they can come out from the home and they can learn all those things.
All right, very nice, Shweta. This was also a different, your point of view about all of this. You spoke about one particular aspect. So very well shared, Shweta. I just wanted to look at one or two things maybe. So for example, the pronunciation of equality. Can you try saying equality?
Equality.
Yeah, it has more of a qua sound, right?
Oh, it's not equality.
Correct. Yeah. So equal and equality.
Equality. Okay.
Same like quality.
Okay, ma'am.
Quality, equality. Right. So just make a note of that and listen to the pronunciation. And everyone gets to know or comes to know. Everyone gets to know or everyone comes to know.
Okay.
When you're using pronouns like everyone, someone, somebody, whatever, all those indefinite pronouns, the verb should have the S or ES in it. Everyone comes to know. Everyone waits, everyone eats, someone asks, like that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very nice, Shweta. Thank you. Okay, Raju, you have a question. You've raised your hand. Tell me.
Yeah, ma'am. One sentence is there, ma'am. अभी in Hindi it's there, ma'am. अभी वो किसी का सुनती नहीं है. एक बार जॉब मिल गई तो सबको वो किसी के बस में नहीं आएंगी. So how to say this, ma'am, in correct way?
So I can't translate it. She doesn't. If you translate it into English, it says that she doesn't listen to anyone. That's how it will be. She doesn't listen to anyone. Once she gets a job, she'll be out of our control. That's what it literally means.
In most of the family, they don't allow true women to go outside due to this fear, ma'am. Yeah, that's true, ma'am. Ma'am, can I say in this way, she doesn't listen to anyone now. Once she gets job, she will make everyone dance on her own tunes.
She will make everyone dance to her tune.
To her tunes. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Okay, Shima, are you there, Shima?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I want to speak a second question, ma'am. How are women treated in your society and culture? So we can see right now, women are doing work in all field. Some people treat to women equal as a man, but but still now in some area people do not women respectfully. We can see there are so many crimes are happen in our society because some people give respect only their mother and sister, but when they go out, that time they behave differently with other women. They behave with badly. That's why some incidents are happening in our society. Some people's only celebrate Women's Day and they keep a status and they organize some events, but they didn't follow in their daily life. If people change their perspective about women's, that time you can truly celebrate Women's Day. I want to share my own experience, ma'am. Recently, when I went to uh, uh, visited my relative, there I met my sister-in-law. So that time she told me something. She told me ki in my area I got married early. We can't talk in front of my elders. We didn't get a chance for educations because in my area there are so many uh, things we can't do. uh, for example, we can't wear fancy jewelry, we can't use any safety pin, we can't use bindi. So there are so many things we can't do. So we can see in our world, in some area, women didn't get freedom. So some people treat two women like this. So everyone should change their perspective about women, and everyone should treat to them respectfully. Yeah, ma'am, done.
Very nice, Shima. You know, you're so right, actually. We'll see a lot of people, like you said, you know, celebrating Women's Day and putting up all these status and whatnot. But how many people actually follow, right? To actually treat women equally, treat women with respect. How much is it practically done? We don't know. But anyways, well shared, Shima. I just wanted to look at certain pronunciation skills. So if it is one, then you'll say woman, woman.
Yeah,
If it is more than one, you'll say women,
women. Yeah, ma'am.
women. But there is no S. Okay, you don't put an S. You say International Women's Day. But जब हम normally बोलते हैं, I'll say there is one woman in the room and there are many women in the room. So singular
Yeah,
and plural. Okay, keep that in mind.
yeah, ma'am.
And also people, you know, you were putting the S for people also. Avoid that. So if it is one, it's person. More than one, people. There's no S as such.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the certain singular and plural. There's just keep a check on that.
Okay, ma'am.
And also you are using a nice word, but you want to pronounce it more clearly. So perspective.
Perspective.
Perspective. Try to listen to that pronunciation and practice.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, Shima. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Maliha, are you there?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead. Which question do you want to answer?
Ma'am, third one.
Okay, go ahead.
What improvement progress related to women? In this era, most of the women are independent, but we should take initiative for rural area. There are still women are not educated and not aware their rights. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You go ahead. I muted that person, whoever it was.
Okay. Okay, we should take initiative for rural area. In rural area, still women are not educated and not aware their rights. If women get educated, then they can educate their whole family and they get aware their rights, and they can courage to speak for their rights and fight for their rights. And women has so much courage to balance both home and office work together. And most of the women are very hard work and ambitious.
One second, Maliha. Padma, one second, Maliha. Padma, I have been muting you. आप प्लीज अपने आप को म्यूट पे रखिए अपने ऑडियो को, जब क्योंकि आप बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, जो आपके यहाँ से बैकग्राउंड की आवाज आ रही है, एंड आई डोंट वांट दैट ड्यूरिंग क्लास.
मैम मेरा ऑडियो ऑफ है मैम.
नहीं, आपका ऑन हो रहा है बार बार. मैं म्यूट कर रही हूँ.
ओके सॉरी मैम. ओके सॉरी मैम.
Maliha, please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. So women has courage to balance both home and office work. Most of the women are very hardworking and very ambitious, and they are very courageous and very courageous towards their jobs, and they are very sensitive and passionate about their family, also toward their family and friends, and that's why they can unite family and friends together. And only mother can unite, always we listen that the mothers can unite all family members. And say we can say, ma'am, nowadays we can say in a in a metro cities, women and men are equally, behave equally.
They are treated equally, you mean to say?
Yeah, treated equally.
All right, cool. Good points, Maliha. Any other points that you want to share?
No, ma'am.
All right, good, very nice. All different points that you shared. Very well spoken, Maliha.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Abhay, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah. Good morning. Tell me, which question do you want to pick?
Ma'am, I would like to talk about third one question, ma'am. What improvements, progress related to women would you like to see in your society, country, world, ma'am? Ma'am, I want to see more improvement in women's in our society and in our country also, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to say, ma'am, there are a lot of improvement came in women these days, ma'am, because due to education, ma'am.
Right.
And ma'am, in earlier, we found that a lot of discrimination in women and gents, ma'am. But these days, slowly, I see the changing. I see the change, ma'am. Ma'am, if I get education of of my female kids, then a lot of improvement will come in women's, ma'am. Ma'am, then the female kids born in our home, yeah, our society, then my mind stuck in my mind about the female kids, thinking dowry, who is successor, who will successor of my, who will hear of my. Then this feeling, this changing, remove of our society, our parents, then I will find the changing in women, ma'am. Because, ma'am, this reason is not guilty of only father, but also equal guilty of mother.
Yeah.
All every mothers want to one or two kids, and only kids is a male kids. So this discrimination create in mind from the women's mothers also, ma'am.
Yeah.
I saw in society a lot of women killed his child before issue. Before issue means आने से पहले maximum women is checking ultrasound. If found the female kids, then he do the abortion and killed about consuming the medicine. So that is the big feeling about women and female kids. If this changing come in the mind, then I can say there are big improvement in the women. And when government provide equal equality in women and gents, then I can feel there are big changing in women, ma'am.
Right.
In earlier days, I found, ma'am, educated family also, not a woman, educated family is prohibited women out of the home and or a job. Then this changing, slowly this changing come, this type of changing, but no fully changing. So if will come a full changing, then I think there are a big improvement in the women's, ma'am.
All right. Okay, Abhay, thank you. Very nice
This
point.
discrimination is yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. No, very nice
And
point and very
in
realistic.
every, ma'am, one thing, ma'am, every field, government provide the equality, women and gents, then there are come in the big improvement in society, country, and world, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Abhay. Yeah, very, very realistic points. Definitely what you shared. Different points again. Very well shared, Abhay. You are also correcting yourself. जैसे जैसे आप बोल रहे हो, कुछ जगहों पे आप tenses वगैरह, you are correcting yourself when you are speaking. So that's a good practice, Abhay. Keep that up. Okay, Karthik, are you there? Karthik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to share? Do you want on any one of these points?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to talk something general, ma'am,
Okay,
like
fine.
about women.
Okay.
Ma'am, actually, before starting, I would like to wish all the women here happy Women's Day. And okay, coming to the topic.
Thank you, Karthik.
Yeah, welcome. Coming to the topic, first of all, ma'am, if you observe, there are so many kind of vrat performed by the women only for